London Unfiltered, let's get to it. So I've been in London twice, 2022. So the first time it was just for a day. The second time was for 2 weeks. So I did the Dolo solo thing in London. So the first time I stayed in a hostel. This is like Astor Victoria. This was like maybe about a 10-minute walk from Buckingham Palace, Hyde Park. Like London is it's like a clean New York. London has that posh vibes, you know what I'm saying? You know, some of the top drinks, like I would say is like the pink pussy, the baby Guinness, you know what I'm saying? So I had did the first time I went to London, I didn't know that they don't let dudes in the club by themselves. So I went out Saturday night and they didn't want to let me in, so it was a dud. So when I spent the block and I went to London for the second time, I had did two different pub tours. So I just Google London pub crawls, and I went to one on Thursday night that was in Central, and I went to one on a Friday night that was in Shoreditch. So both pub tours was amazing. Lot of tourists. I met people from Germany, from Finland, people from Syria. There was people from the United States. There was people from South Africa. There was people from Australia. So it was a good time. Like the pub tours are, it was like $17 if you buy it the day before, and you get shots, free shots at every club, and then you get like happy hour specials. So like London drinks, they're around like £5 to £8. I was drinking just regular Coronas, some whiskey sours and shit like that. So this club that I'm in, I think this is Rhombus. This is when I went to the Soho tour, and it was a good time. People was partying and stuff like that. It was a nice little vibe and stuff like that. So London is definitely a good time for you travelers, my male travelers and stuff like that. It's not really it ain't silent. You know what I'm saying? It's not Colombia and stuff like that. But if you kind of want to kind of see what the European, UK vibes are, I went to Buckingham Palace for a little bit. I seen like the Harry Potter store, chilled in Hyde Park. One of the locals took me to the MI6 building. I seen the Big Ben clock tower. The only thing I didn't do, I didn't go to London Bridge or stuff like that. But people was friendly. So I went in April, so the weather was nice, you know what I'm saying? So you didn't really need a coat and stuff like that. Hostels are around 25 to let's say 60 $9. So they do mixed dorm style. So I've stayed in three different hostels. I stayed at the Generator and Victoria Square, and I book all the hostels on either booking.com or I go to Hostel World. My favorite hostel is the Directory Hostel. It's in Shoreditch, which is equivalent to Williamsburg in Brooklyn. It's a real hipster neighborhood. It has a lot of graffiti, bars, a few nightclubs and stuff like that. So I was able to walk to the pub crawl because it was like a block over. So it was a good time. Hit some karaoke. Met some girls who were studying abroad, all bio majors that was in this college in Connecticut and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely recommend anybody who wants to go to Europe to kind of pull up to London for a few days, because the Heathrow Airport is a central hub to any other city in Europe that you want to go to. So I flew from Grimwick Airport, which is in South London, to Bangkok when I spent some time there when I was working remote, and then I had flew back. So London is cool. The women are kind of on some Western shit. I seen like some lot of London women dish like tall dudes. You know what I'm saying? So I necessarily wouldn't go if you trying to like fuck with some dime piece pussy and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like I didn't pull anything. Like London chicks are kind of honest. You know what I'm saying? I got a little flirty with a few girls, but this one chick who wasn't really feeling like that. She was kind of in my face and stuff like that. So I didn't really get a chance to soil my royal oats in London. So I know motherfuckers, they want to know like, yo, son, what's up with the hoes and shit like that. But I do recommend London if you have any interest. You got to just be careful. I didn't have any issues, but you see signs when you walk around like Mayfair and different parks and stuff like that in Soho that you got to be careful of pickpocketers and stuff like that. I did stay in a couple different Airbnbs. I stayed in one in Thornton, which was like maybe 30 minutes from Central. So I was paying like $25, $30 Uber rides and stuff like that. I stayed in a Airbnb that was in like this Indian neighborhood that maybe was like 20 minutes from Heathrow. So the Airbnbs was solid. Yeah, no complaints on that. I went grocery shopping. I cooked some food. So like it was cool. It was cool at the grocery store. A lot of pretty girls walking around London and stuff like that. Let me see what else I want to talk about when it comes to London. Big soccer fans. If you can catch a soccer game, you know what I'm saying, I would recommend doing that. A lot of Liverpool fans was out there acting fucking up. You know what I'm saying? But London is like the rent and Airbnbs are kind of pricey and shit like that. I spent $400 for a week, and then I probably spent like another $200 for a weekend. So I was doing some hostels. Like if the generator was like $45 a night, which was still dorm style, and like the directory was like another $40 a night. The directory has single suites, so if you want to get your own spot, you can do that. The directory has free breakfast, so they do like beans. You can get cereal, toast, and shit like that. They had like hard boiled eggs. You know what I mean? So met a lot of friendly people. Met some French girls and stuff like that. A lot of some Asian people that was flying in for the weekend. I went to NYU, So Buckingham Palace was cool. You can kind of walk outside. It was nice. I went during the perfect time. So, like, it was cool. It was one of my I wanted to go to London for a long time, so it was cool to kind of pull up there. I was before I was in London, I was chilling in Romania, which I do recommend. It's one of the hidden gems. But so like London, like they don't really have like the turners and like the brothels like that. You'll see signs when you're walking around for like strippers and shit like that. But I would just go to London just to party, just to drink, just to see the sights. If you're into soccer, maybe pull up to Manchester, go to Liverpool. People are cool. I do recommend if to get a cell phone chip. Get a cell phone chip so you can have cell phone service. You can usually do like $15 for like 2 weeks with like unlimited internet. So like the drinks, you go to the grocery store and you can buy alcohol, you can buy bottles, $15. You can get your vapes as you smoke and stuff like that. I'm not sure. I think weed is illegal there, so I didn't do any drugs when I was in London. But it was a good time. It was a good vibe. Nice walkable city. I took the train to Prickly Line. I took the bus. The bus, I think is like around $2. And then when you taking the train in London, you gotta pay based off of how far you're going. So you pay based off the destination that you're going. So if you pick the wrong destination, it's not gonna let you out the thing, or they'll let you out and you gotta pay the difference and shit like that. But London is a cool vibe. I like it. To party if you kind of in the finance. Certain TV shows like Industry had a setting in London. Finance TV show for my finance guys out there. But it's a good vibe. You get the city feel. The white girls, I don't know what they're like in bed. I didn't get any cat. I didn't get any punani out there. But I just went there on a travel tip and shit like that. So this is London Unfiltered. You know what I'm saying? No crazy debauchery for this one.